let me see if I can copy it to a folder. Okay, that's it. Now I have this image. You can get it in another display or whatever. Let's start by the toolbox. I want to arrange this toolbox to look like this one. You can keep it like that, but I prefer the two columns tool. The first one is the select tool. If you want to change the order of these, you can easily do this by going, okay, let me just minimize this and put this on the right. If you want to change the order, you can simply go to edit, preferences, then go to toolbox. These are the icons. Now the first thing that you need to do is to it will look like this at the beginning. Okay, let me see. Okay, it will look like this. The first thing that you need to do is to rearrange items. The first one is the select. The second one is the rectangular select. This one will be like this, here or here, as you can see. You must move it to the second place after the move. Now you have it here. The third one, I already arranged them. Third one is the free select, as you can see here. The fourth one is the fuzzy select, as you can see here. Then we have the crop. Then we have the color picker here, as you can see, crop, color picker. Then we have the healing tool, as you can see, healing tool or healing brush. Okay, let's move on. After the healing, we have a brush. Okay, here's the paint brush. As you can see, they are getting rearranged here. Then after the brush, we have the stamp or clone. Again, move on. We have the my paint brush after the clone, which is this one. Then we have the eraser. We have the gradient, and we have this, okay, the smudge. And we also have this icon. You can go down. To show it, you must click here. As you can see, it's now shown. If we removed it, it's hidden from here. Show it, then drag it up to this point. Okay. Sorry. Okay, now we have paths. It has a different icon than this one, but it works. We have text. Then we have the select and the draw after this. And we have the zoom, this icon. Now to show we have these options. They are not activated by default. If you want to show the black and white, you must activate this one, show foreground and background color. If you want to activate the image itself, show active image. As you can see, it will display it here, just like in Photoshop. I have few items that I need to mention here. Here's the rotate button. Here is the scale button. If you want to shear items, here is the shear button. I prefer enabling these three. Then go enable the bucket fill and enable the curves or levels. I use curves a lot to adjust lighting, and you can use the foreground select and enable it. So these are the additional 6 items that I usually add. If you want, you can add more. You can show active brush. You can show this logo, GIMP logo, or hide it. It's up to you. I choose to hide it because it's not there in Photoshop. Now let's move to the right menu. Okay, let's click OK. Again, go edit preferences. And to save your work, you need to do okay, before saving your work, let's say a thing or two. You need to go to save your work or workspace or tool options, you need to go here and click on Save Tool Options now. Okay, Save Tool Options now. Again, click OK. Now what we need to do is rearrange this right menu. We want the color and switches up here, or adjustment, the layers, channels, path down. So drag the layer to the bottom area, drag the channels to the bottom area, drag the paths to the bottom area. Okay, now you have these three. Okay, then drag the tool path to the upper area, drag the fonts to the upper area, brushes, and return. Okay, now we have just like Photoshop, the layers in the bottom and the colors in the top. That's it for the user interface. As you can see now, you have a user interface that is very much like Adobe Photoshop. You can do whatever you want here. You can play with the software, but before start playing with the software, let's talk about the preferences. Go to Edit, Preferences. Now if you want to change the theme, go here and choose any theme that you feel you can work with. The light gray, you can use the one that's called PS Icons. It looks like the old Photoshop. You can use the System Icons or System Look. I prefer the dark theme. Now you can change the icon theme. You can choose, look at these icons on the left. You can click the colored, and now you have your icons colored depending on your style. You can choose the legacy, as you can see, and you can choose the symbolic, which I prefer. Here you can change the size of the icons. If they are so small, you can choose the medium or large. I prefer the large because I have a large screen. So next step is the toolbox. We already mentioned this. You need to choose the tools that you use the most. You can change the display preferences. You can change the appearance. If you want to show rulers on the display, if you want to show layer boundaries depending on your style again. The last thing here is the system resources. You can increase the amount of memory and cache available for this software to perform away much faster. And we have a color management scheme. You can change the import and export thing. You can save the tool options depending on your specifications. It has a lot of options. You can save keyboard shortcuts, as you can see. You can even configure keyboard shortcuts if you don't like one of these keyboard shortcuts. That's it for the user interface. In the next lesson, I will talk in more details about how to get the content aware tool, which is used to heal or remove things from photos, and how you can use filters. Next, we will talk in more details about how to create your own design and save it. If you have any question, please ask. Thanks for watching. This is Ashraf Explains Educational Engineering.